Guys, this year of reading has been absolutely crazy. I've had so many 5-star reads. I thought, what better way to do kind of a recap of the year, especially as we're moving into the very last month of the year. I thought it would be so great to go through my favorite books of every single month from this entire year. I've seen a few other people do this video, so I'm not at all taking credit for the idea, don't get me wrong here. But I know that we still have one more month to the end of the year, so I debated waiting and doing like this final wrap up for the whole entire year. But I think honestly in December I'm probably gonna do a going through all the books I read in 2025 video. I think that'll be a little more interesting. So I thought, what better timing than to do this video now and go ahead and get it out for you guys. I know we still have one more month left, but you guys will just have to wait and see what my favorite book of December is whenever that time comes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on in today's video. Let's go ahead and go on my Goodreads because honestly could not tell you off the top of my head. I don't remember when I read what, so I feel like this is gonna be the best way to do this. Let's see. We're gonna go all the way back to January. This is gonna be crazy. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm like in between two, but I think I'm gonna go with one particular one. So I was reading the Throne of Glass series at the time. As we know, I absolutely adore that series so much. However, we're going to get into more of those books later on in the video. I'm going to talk about a different book from a different series just to start us off. If You Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. Wow, let me tell you guys, this book was absolutely incredible. A total, complete 5-star read in my opinion. The way I was sobbing my eyes out reading this book. Oh my gosh, like don't get me wrong, this book is emotionally devastating. You will probably be sobbing your eyes out just as I was. I'm fairly certain it's a YA, although I don't know if I would read it if you're too young. It kind of does have some intense trigger warnings involved with it. However, if you do search up the trigger warnings, you will be spoiled for the entire plot of the book, so just keep that in mind. It follows this girl pretty much as she's going through high school with her childhood best friend. They've kind of separated over the years as the girl has kind of become more of a weird kid and then the boy has become a popular boy. They've just kind of split off and gone their own separate ways, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about that. But just the romance and their like childhood love for each other and the realities of struggles that a lot of high schoolers face and like how big these high school problems seem at the time. And then just wow, that plot twist at the end, absolutely crazy. This book was so good. I'm just gonna read the little synopsis off of Goodreads here because I feel like this encapsulates it very well. Autumn and Finn used to be inseparable, but then something changed, or they changed. Now they do their best to ignore each other. Autumn has her boyfriend Jamie and her close-knit group of friends. Finn has become that boy at school, the one everyone wants to be around. That pretty much is that, but there's so much more to it than that. I don't even know how to explain it. It was just the way it captured first loves and family and childhood trauma and the realities of growing up as a high school student. Oh my gosh. It was so raw and intense, and I haven't come across something like that in such a long time. I absolutely adored it, and I would a million times over recommend. Moving on into February. Guys, this is whenever I really started reading more and more into the Throne of Glass series. I picked up Queen of Shadows during this month, which is the 5th book in the series. Let me just tell you, something about Sarah J. Maas's writing style just took such a change for the better with this book right here. It just, somehow the story picked up to a complete other level that like it wasn't at all before. Because as we know, she wrote the very first book, Throne of Glass, whenever she was really young, and then the book she wrote after that, she wrote when she was older. So you can definitely tell a difference in the writing style. And guys, oh my gosh, the plot went up another level. The characters, we got introduced to so many new characters. We're brought back to Selena's hometown and uncovering so many more secrets, and it's just absolutely crazy. If you haven't read the Throne of Glass series, please do so. Selena is such a strong character and like literally probably one of the most powerful, strong, fearless female main characters I've ever read about. She will do anything for those that she loves, and it's just so inspiring to read about. I just love that whole found family in that series so much. So then of course I continued reading it on into March, as we would guess, of course. And let's see here. I read 3 books in the month of March. Only 3? Okay. Oh yeah, because I guess that's whenever I went on vacation and I was not reading at all on that trip. But ooh, I'd have to say, because I read both Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn in March. I guess that's why I only read 3, because those books were like that big a piece. But I'd have to say Empire of Storms. That's probably my favorite book of the entire series, if we're being honest. We got to travel to so many different places within this series, meet so many new characters, and just the world building. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Seeing all the different characters work together and use their strengths to defeat see what was going on in the world at the time. I don't even know how to explain it, guys. This series just has my heart. It has my heart so much. Oh my gosh. Whenever I went into it, I thought, no way this series is gonna outrank ACOTAR, but guys, let me tell you, it did. Somehow I like Throne of Glass even more than ACOTAR. I don't know what caused that, because guys, I love ACOTAR. I love ACOTAR so much. I honestly want to do a reread. I really do. Wait, now I'm getting really off topic. I want to read so many Sarah J. Maas books. Guys, I'm literally about to pick up Crescent City as soon as I get finished with the book I'm reading right now, which is The Simple Wild by Kay Tucker. That's an old one too. I don't know why I waited so long to pick it up. I just did. But guys, I think it's the time. I'm gonna pick up Crescent City. Probably today I'm gonna start it because I'm so close to being done with that other book. I'm excited! Oh! I love Sarah J. Maas. I need her new ACOTAR book. It's supposed to be coming soon. We'll see. What month am I on? See, it's kind of hard to go too much into detail about these books just because, you know, I don't want to spoil the plot or anything for you guys, but just know they're crazy. April. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, see, this is hard too because I read both A Little Life and then I read Beach Read for the first time in the month of April this year. Ooh, guys. Ooh. That's gonna be pretty crazy. Honestly, I never ended up giving A Little Life a rating. Like, I literally am so torn between if it's 1 star or 5. That book is too emotionally devastating, I feel like, to give a rating to. If you're gonna read A Little Life, know going in that it's going to be, just know it's going to wreck your world. It's gonna make you, like, I couldn't even go outside without seeing people in a weird light. There was times where I really had to put the book down because it was making me into such a negative mind space. It was absolutely crazy. But honestly, part of it, I'm like, there's no way that this much evil's in the world. But then again, I'm so privileged in that I live in such a sheltered life compared to so many people, and maybe there is that much evil, and I'm just, thank goodness, not involved with that. But I don't know. It was so eye-opening to read about, and I don't even know if I'd recommend it just because it tore my heart into a billion pieces and stomped on it with a foot. But okay, yes, we're also gonna talk about Beach Read. I ended up giving Beach Read a 4 star. It wasn't super crazy. Do I even have it here, or did I already pack it? Oh yeah, I guess I have it. This book wasn't super crazy. It follows Augustus Everett and January Andrews. Basically, these two people, they're both authors and they're kind of suffering through a little writer's block. So they end up switching genres with each other and decide to write each other's genres for their next book in the hopes that they'll kind of get out of their writer's block. And it was really good. I really do enjoy a good old Emily Henry banter. I will say I think about this book quite a little bit. Like, it does kind of stick in my brain a little bit. So maybe for that reason, I will have to give it maybe a little 4.5. Like, it was pretty good. The setting is good. I'll always say this, the way that Emily Henry describes these scenarios that you would think are such an original experience, and then you read about it and you're like, wait a minute, how did you capture what I felt so many times in the most perfect wording ever? That's what I always think about whenever I read Emily Henry. Man, it was just so good. It was so good. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna put this one as my favorite book in April, because A Little Life, ask me another day, y'all. What's after April? May? Is that 5? Yes. Oh my gosh, wait, I read so many good books. Oh no, how am I supposed to pick? I read Sunrise on the Reaping, but honestly, I think I do have a book that I like better than Sunrise on the Reaping. The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Guys, basically, that book, I don't remember the main characters' names, but I'm pretty sure one of them's name's Gus, potentially. No, that's Beach Read. I don't know. Basically, this girl, her aunt ends up passing away from cancer, and so she is allowed to take over her house. Here we go. Wait. Her name is Rin. She lives in New York City. Suddenly, she finds out that her aunt actually passed away from cancer. I believe it was cancer? Yes, and she is basically allowed to live in her aunt's old house. That way she doesn't have to pay rent anymore in New York City. But upon moving in there, she discovers that this apartment has kind of this magical time slip sense about it, in that randomly she walks in there and she's teleported 7 years into the past. From there, she discovers that 7 years ago, the apartment had a man named Jonah, pretty sure his name is Jonah, living in it at the time. And guys, their romance is so good. He's a chef, and so from there we get like the descriptions of these amazing foods and dishes that he creates. But like, of course the book is so much more than that. Like, it's not just a simple romance. Like, through this kind of like vision or like time slip that she's put through, we see not only the consequences of her choices, but of her relationships, of her secrets. We also see this kind of trauma and grief that it comes with losing someone that's so special to you, and just the way that Ashley Poston writes about this. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. Wait, okay, actually his name is Ewan and her name is Clementine. I have no idea where I got those names. There's just so many good themes of love and self-discovery and regret, and it's just so good. Like, the small decisions we make in life can play such a big decision in the long run, and learning about that and the themes of that in this book, guys, you just have to read it. It was so good, and I was not expecting that either. Where on earth did I get those other names? I'm sorry, what in the world? Who is Rin and Jonah? Where do they come from? Oh my gosh, I know where. That's the names of the characters in the book I'm reading right now. Bro, see, I don't know. I always do this. I get people's names mixed up. I don't know why. I can't ever remember like a main character's name. I can remember the plot, but I just forget the names. Like, tell me why I just read Quicksilver not that long ago, and tell me why I forgot that his name was Kingfisher. What even is her name? Celeste? No, that's the girl's name in Lightlord. See what I mean? This is a problem. Okay, we're gonna move on here. That's the May one. I'm doing it 7-year slip, locking it in. June! We finished Kingdom of Ash in June. Guys, this is the last book in the Throne of Glass series, if you don't know. That book is humongous. It is like 1,000 pages, like over 1,000 pages. And I ate up every single word of that book. Wow. Just the things these characters would do for each other and for their kingdoms and for their love. I can't. This book was the perfect ending of the series in my opinion. I loved it so freaking much. It was so good. Literally like a 6-star read. Empire of Storms was better somehow, but like this was the perfect wrap up to that series. And let me tell you, after reading it, I was in such a slump. I was like, what do I even do with myself? After reading the conclusion to the series that I've been reading for months and has lived in my mind rent-free every single day since then? I don't know. Let's find out, I guess. That was June. July, yes, I read one freaking sucky book. Actually, wait, no. This one I read. Wait! No. Okay, I read another book that I loved. How could I forget? I don't know how I read this after Kingdom of Ash and still, like, my slump didn't really affect it. I read One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. Oh wait, it's right here. This book. This book's so good. This book is kind of like the interconnected standalone that follows One Golden Summer, or it follows Every Summer After by her. Guys, if you haven't read this book, just know real quick, first of all, that this book follows these characters as children, and some time goes on, whatever. I'm not trying to explain that book right now. You can read that if you'd like. But this book follows them as they're older. Years have passed, and guys, oh my gosh, this book was everything I could have needed and more. Charlie, like, let me tell you, I didn't really care for him in the first book, Every Summer After by her. He kind of just seemed like really cocky and arrogant. Then as you get into this book and you realize kind of like what he's gone through in his life and how it has shaped his character into becoming that outward version of himself, you see why this trauma has affected him and how he kind of puts a shell around himself to protect himself, if that makes sense. And oh my gosh, Alice, she's the only person that can get past the shell. Their banter is so well written. This book was the perfect setting, let me just say. I grew up on the lake, and so maybe that's part of why I loved it and just related to kind of like the scenes and the memories and just the descriptions. Perfection. Also, there was kind of a part about Alice's grandmother that was kind of struggling with her health, and at the time I had just lost my grandmother, and so I related really hard to some of the things that she was going through, having to be kind of like a caretaker, the fact that it was affecting the whole family. It just hit really hard in that aspect as well. I don't know, just everything about this book was perfection. I loved every single second of it, and just, guys, once you see why Charlie is the way he is, everything will change for you. Guys. And can we talk about this cover? That is so gorgeous. Like, Carly Fortune does such an amazing job with her covers. Kudos to her. So good. August. Let's see. I read a couple books in August. Ooh, which one of these is gonna be my favorite, though? I'm torn between two. I'm torn between Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score and then also The Inmate by Frida McFadden. Both of these I gave 4 stars. But to be honest, I think I'm going to go with The Inmate as my favorite book of August, just because, guys, it had been so long since I've read a Frida McFadden book, and this book has stuck in my mind ever since reading it. Then again, so is this other book, but I don't know. I hadn't read a thriller in forever, and let me tell you, it was so good. I, for a while, thought I was going to predict part of the plot. I did not predict the plot. I, in fact, was very far off, and it was just amazing. Basically, this girl, what is her name? Let me see. Brooke Sullivan. Oh, yes. guys. Brooke Sullivan is a new nurse practitioner at this maximum security prison, and she's basically told 3 rules: treat all prisoners with respect, never reveal any personal information, and never ever become too friendly with the inmates. What does she do? She goes and breaks all of these rules, and she has a secret, intimate connection to Shane Nelson, who is one of the penitentiary's most dangerous inmates. Of course, no one knows that Shane was actually Brooke's high school sweetheart. He is put in prison because Brooke's testimony for murder is what put him in there. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. It goes so much deeper than you could have thought. We get the present timeline of her working in the prison, and then we get the past timeline of what happened on that terrible night, and the truth is revealed. And guys, my jaw was on the floor. The epilogue was the best part of this book. Like, literally, the epilogue, I read the last line, and bro, it made the whole book. It made the whole book. Hands down, this book was amazing. I've only read 2 books by Freida McFadden. I've read this one, The Inmate, and then I've also read The Boyfriend by her. Both of them have been so good so far. I really was concerned for a while I was gonna predict the end of The Inmate, like I said, but somehow I didn't. So I do kind of want to go into more books by her and see. We'll just see if I can predict. Hopefully not, though, because it's always so good whenever you're just so shocked at the end. Guys, whatever you do, if you're gonna pick up this book, do not read the last line until you've read to that point, okay? Because it will spoil the whole thing. It was crazy. It was so good. Okay, September, I read the other 2 books in the Knock 'Em Out series. Ooh, okay. I think I'm actually gonna go with Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. This is the 3rd and final book of the Knock 'Em Out trilogy. And this book I gave 4 stars, I think 4 point something. This is before I started putting on my Goodreads what exactly star ratings, so you can go look at my small town romance reading blog if you want to know exactly what I put for my rating. But guys, this book follows Lucian and Sloane, and oh my gosh, throughout the entirety of reading these other 2 books, I was waiting on the edge of my seat, okay, for this book following these 2 characters, because I knew it was gonna be good. I knew it was gonna be good. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a 5 star, so a little bit sad that it was not, but nevertheless, it was crazy. Sloane, she is the small town librarian. You know I love a good little librarian. And then Lucian Rollins, he kind of has this, he's this billionaire man, and he kind of runs this secretive group, kind of trying to work with the police secretly, like kind of FBI vibes, and it's just kind of trying to make the world a better place. And he gives like Zayd Meadow vibes, but in like a nice way. I don't know if that makes sense, but he's just crazy. He's so good. And yes, this book is a extreme slow burn, so if you're not really a fan of those, just keep that in mind. Pretty much this entirety of the book, they weren't even together at all, and then like this, they were. And the one thing I will say is that it kind of seems like they were hating each other and then all of a sudden loving each other just because of this one traumatic event that happened, and I wish there was a little bit more of a transition into that, if that makes sense. Like, you could tell they wanted each other, but it just, they weren't giving in. I don't know. I wish the transition was a little bit not so sudden, but nevertheless, it was still really good. Moving on into the month of October, I read Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Finally, guys. Finally! And I vlogged the whole experience, of course. Yes, so it's Quicksilver, no, what is his name? Kingfisher, and, Sarah Spain, of course. Sarah Spain is the female main character. I don't even really want to explain what this book is about. I feel like you should just go into it blind. If you want to kind of get a little bit of an idea, you're more than welcome to go watch the reading vlog on this one, because I went so much more into depth about my thoughts and feelings and how much I adored this book. It was so good. Both Kingfisher and Cyrus, they're so selfless, and their love for each other, and where they come from, and their family and their friends. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. And like, for the way that this book was a 5-star read, I can't even begin to imagine how good the rest of the series is going to be, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a 4 or 5 book series. And guys, can we just talk about this cover? I actually love the cover. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. Like, I'm sorry, but this is a good cover, and the fact that they went and changed it with the next book, kind of criminal. Guys, I really want to read the next book so bad. What is it? Brimstone? I went to the bookstore to go see how much it was. Naturally, it's only in a hardback, and it's $35. Needless to say, I will not be reading Brimstone for a while. I know I put up my 10 to the end, but I am just simply not going to spend $35 on one book. It's not going to happen. Anyway, but guys, when I get to that book, y'all already know I'm going to have a crazy reading vlog. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This book was so good. The world building, let me just say, the way that Callie Hart introduced you to the world slowly allowed such an ease of transition into this new story and this new world that we've never been into before. Once again, I discussed this more on my reading vlog, but just it was so easy to follow along, and I appreciated that so much just because of the way she slowly introduced you into things. But it wasn't boring. It was still so captivating the entire time. Like, don't get me wrong, don't think it's boring because of that. It was so good. We're gonna move on. Look, it's so good. We're moving on. Okay, where are we? We at November? I read so many books in November. Wait, why did it say I didn't rate Lightlark? I definitely did. Oh my gosh, guys, I read so many books in November. I reread The Inheritance Games, and then I read the other 2 books in that little series. But, ooh, I think I'm gonna have to go with Lightlark. Do I have it? Yes. Yes, I still have Lightlark. Oh my gosh, this book was so good. Lightlark, I knew that for a while this was kind of a popular book series, but I just never went into it back in the day whenever it first became popular. I don't know why, I just kind of like waited, and then when I saw it in the bookstore the other day, whenever me and my fiance went to go book shopping, he bought me this book for my birthday, and I immediately read it. It was so good, guys. I have a reading vlog on this one as well, and the plot twist at the end, let me tell you, I was not ready. Grimm, that man. I'm sorry, like, I understand that it's supposed to be a love triangle. I didn't really realize that at first whenever I went in, but Grimm is the only right answer. I've come to that conclusion. At first, while reading it, y'all know I was kind of swinging towards Aura a little bit, but now, no, I'm sorry, what was I thinking? Grimm is the only right answer, and I'm going to pick up Nightbane soon. This is the 2nd book in this little series, and from what I can gather, I'm pretty sure that one's gonna follow a lot of Grimm. So ready. Basically, let me not get too ahead of myself. We're gonna talk about what this book is about. Here we go. Let's read the back. Welcome to the Centennial. Every 100 years, the island of Lightlark appears for 100 days to host a deadly game, where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and to save themselves and their realms, one ruler must die. Oh my gosh, like, I felt like I couldn't trust anybody reading this book. It was so good. Just know, if you're gonna pick this book up, stay on the edge of your seat because you are going to be bamboozled. But I also have heard that a few people predicted the end right from like page 6 or something, so could just be me. I don't know. I ate it up. Yes. And I did give this book a solid 4-star. Unfortunately, didn't have a 5-star in the month of November, but that's okay. That's how it goes. Guys, I feel like I've been talking forever, literally just sitting here and yapping your ear off. I hope that you weren't too bored with this video. I hope that you found it decently entertaining, at least. I don't know. Guys, I want to go sit downstairs on my couch, but then I remember we don't have a couch anymore. I sold my couch, guys. I had to do it because we're moving multiple states over, and I couldn't take it with me. The thing was kind of ugly though, if y'all remember. Y'all seen it in my videos. I'm gonna get a nice new fabric gray comfy cozy couch in our new apartment, and I'm really excited, as well as some brand new spanking hot smooth bookshelves to display all of my books, including the ones that are in boxes in the garage right now. It's gonna look so good. Y'all are not ready. Stay tuned for the new bookshelf setup videos. They'll be coming your way soon before you know it. What am I even saying anymore? I need to go get something to eat. I'm thirsty. My throat is hurting from talking. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did. Be sure to comment down below some of your favorite books from each month of this year. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.